On AFL.com.au, we are at the Gabba for a pre-season report on the Brisbane Lions, and we're joined by our Queensland correspondent, Michael Whiting. Good to see you, Michael. Obviously, the Lions have had a bit of a different pre-season to other clubs in the sense that half the side has gone off to the United States for a high-altitude camp, the other half back here in Brisbane.
Yeah, Matty, the club's decided to send the players with 5 years experience or more over to Arizona. That's 18 of the players in total. They've kept the young guys back here. I think the thinking is that the young guys, no matter where you put them, they're going to improve with their endurance and strength regardless, whereas the guys that have had 5 or 6 years in the system or more, they need those little 1% and 2% improvements that they can get at altitude.
All right, let's talk about a couple of players in particular. Niall McKeever, the Irishman, he's been here a couple of years now, really looking to step it up in 2013.
Yeah, Matty, as we know, the Lions are really keen on developing some key position players, and Niall's one of those guys. He's played 19 games over the past 2 seasons. He's got great endurance. He's one of the fittest guys at the clubs. He's got great closing speed. He's got big, long limbs. He's perfect for that key back position that they're trying to develop.
I don't have a number at this stage of games I want to play, but I think there's definitely a big step in my development in terms of football-wise I need to improve upon and want to improve upon. So I don't have any personal goals at the minute, at this moment, but I know in my head what I want to achieve.
Pre-season, you've done a couple of them now at AFL level. Does it get any easier?
Definitely not. I think it takes a while to get used to this heat again after I went back home for a few weeks. So come back over, it's been pretty tough. But this is my 4th pre-season now, and I suppose you do get used to it a little bit, but at the same time it's never easy.
You're absolutely in love with playing Australian football, or do you get a bit homesick?
No, I love being over here in Australia, there's no doubt about it. Homesickness wise, I think everybody tends to get a little bit homesick throughout the year. It's a long year, and obviously you've got family and friends across in Ireland, but same with boys in the team as well. They've got family and friends in WA or South Australia, so everybody's pretty close over here, and that helps everybody get through, I think.
Now, another player we've had a chat to is Jared Pollock. He's been battling injuries since he was drafted, of course, from South Australia a couple of years back.
Yeah, he certainly has. He had a terrible run. Like the first year, a foot wiped him out for most of the season, and last year he's had his niggles as well. But he's one guy the Lions really need to step up this year to make that jump towards the finals. He's an elite talent. He was taken at number 5 in the draft a couple of years ago. He's got a great left foot. He's a good mover, and he's a player the Lions really need to make that jump if the team is to as a whole.
Yeah, my first year, I did my meniscus. Yeah, so it was a couple of weeks then, and then I redid it again, so they said just stay out for the rest of the season. So it was 16 weeks later. The next second injury from last season was my adductor longus. I tore it completely off the bone straight away, so a bit unpleasant.
So you're still in recovery mode from that?
Yeah.
What's that process like? Is it frustrating?
Yeah, it is, seeing all the other boys training and that. Yeah, it's very frustrating, but yeah, it just makes you want to work hard to get back on the track.
And what about Vossi? What's his attitude towards 2013?
Yeah, we're looking hopefully push for finals. It's still early times. We just see how we go in the NAB Cups and see how we go from there. First 3 rounds is a long way away to say we're going to go for finals, but hopefully.
Jared Pollock there. Now, just as we finish off, we should talk about the coach, Michael Voss. Of course, this is the last year of his contract, and I guess he will really want this team to really come up to standard, really perform strongly, and probably make the finals, you'd suggest, if he is going to, really fight for a new contract.
That guarantees his job, you'd say, making the finals. We saw big improvements from the Lions in 2012. They won 10 games, vast improvement on 2011, which was the last time Vossi was coming out of contract. We saw what happened that year. They lost their first 7 or 8 games, and he was under all sorts of pressure for most of the season. But 2012 was a big improvement, and I think they'll certainly be looking to make the finals this year. That'd guarantee his job, obviously, for the future.
Thank you, Michael. Good to see you. Keep clicking back to AFL.com.au for more footy news right through the pre-season.